It begins with the crisp, echoing crack of a watermelon splitting open. The sound sharp enough to silence everything around it for a moment. The camera glides in slowly, almost hypnotically, as the bright red flesh is revealed glossy, glistening, almost glowing under the warm summer light. Tiny droplets of juice escape the surface and roll down its side like liquid rubies. A soft gust of wind moves across the scene, carrying the gentle hum of distant cicadas. Then a calm, cinematic voice whispers, "You know this fruit. You've tasted it since childhood. But what if I told you its story began in a place far older, far harsher, far more mysterious than any summer picnic?" The video cuts sharply to the scorching sands of ancient Egypt. Heat waves distort the horizon, and the pyramids rise like silent giants watching over millennia. Carved on temple walls faint, ancient, but unmistakable are drawings of oval fruits with stripes that look strangely familiar. The narrator continues, 5,000 years ago, when pharaohs ruled under the unrelenting desert sun, this fruit was more precious than gold. Not for its sweetness, but for its water. The visuals shift to archaeologists brushing sand from a sealed ceramic jar inside a pharaoh's tomb. Inside, preserved for thousands of years, lie hard, black watermelon seeds. These seeds were placed beside kings, the narrator says softly, so they could carry water with them into the afterlife. Imagine that! A fruit so rare, so life-giving, it was offered to the dead as a guide through eternity. Cut to a slow, wide shot of the Nile River, a lifeline slicing through a desert of endless sand. Traders load camels with striped melons, their green shells gleaming under the brutal sun. Watermelons were once desert travelers, the narrator explains, carried across continents by merchants who relied on them as hidden canteens. The first melons weren't sweet. They were pale, bitter, and tough. But they held water inside them, a treasure in a world of heat. The camera zooms into an ancient, wild watermelon, thin, white flesh, nothing like today's juicy, red interior. Generation after generation, the fruit changed, evolved, adapted, shaped by human hands and human hope. The music swells gently as the visuals transition back to a modern scene. A large, ripe watermelon splitting open in slow motion, its red crystals shining like gemstones. Children run through sprinklers in the background, laughter echoing. Someone bites into a slice, juice dripping down their wrist. "What you taste today," the narrator says, "is the final chapter of a journey that began in royal tombs and desert sand."